It's depressing. It is. Yeah, that's fire. Okay, it won't be the first time I hit that during this.
Welcome on in, guys. Dolphins lose. Final score 33-27. The Dolphins drop to 0-2. They lose a game to New England today that started about as bad as it could. Then, to the Dolphins' credit, they showed some stones. They brought it all the way back to a Dolphins lead, and we had one of the craziest special teams exchanges you've ever seen in your life. And then, the Dolphins the Dolphins couldn't get up off the mat after that. They had opportunities, they had chances, but they just couldn't do it. And, the quarterback who, for the most part had a pretty good game, just had as uninspiring an ending to the game as you could have. And I really, I was over at my guy Leroy Hord's house today, and we watched this game. And so today was a rarity before doing this recap, because normally I usually come on right after the loss. Boom, I'm ready to do the recap. So I actually got to listen to everybody on the way home as I was driving back from his home, and I heard Tua and I heard Mike McDaniel. And I got to tell you, dude, I don't like the vibes coming out of those two. Like, I feel like we are seeing a fraying of the relationship, like, right before our very eyes. These guys, the clock management, the game management, the organization of this team was so bad to end this game with the game in the line. Two chances. Two chances. You had this unbelievable play by Malik Washington. Goosey's galore. It lasts and gives Dolphin fans hope all of 12 seconds. And that's what this entire game was just a complete tease to Dolphin fans, whether it was Malik Washington, whether it was Devon Achane thinking that he won the game and he stepped out of bounds. It was just a complete tease the entire way, just to completely leave you with aqua balls because of this, because Miami Dolphins just want to rip your heart out in the most unbelievable manner and leave it to them to have their first punt return touchdown in 5 years, and for all of it to last mere seconds up in smoke, and to give up a kickoff return touchdown. And you're like, okay, well, just get up off the canvas. We got haymaker after haymaker. Bring it back, and you have an unbelievable start to a drive. You're like, all right, we're moving down, and then just all of a sudden the Dolphins can't get a playoff. All of a sudden they just decide we're going to completely spontaneously combust in front of everybody. We're going to embarrass ourselves in front of everybody. And yeah, man, I don't know who can find this. Like, I watched that. Like, I don't accept what I'm watching right now. And to hear the sniveling and the quibbling afterwards of, we gonna have meetings about getting on the same page, and Mike McDaniel sitting here and he's like, I got the call in, we just gotta operationally overview. It's like, oh, we like to call this in the Tobin household rats off a ship. This is exactly what this is. The ship is sinking and the rats are looking for wood to drift on. This is exactly what's happening here right now. And yeah, I mean, like, look, if you were box score watching, if you had Tua in fantasy today, you would look at it and be like, hey, he had a good game. He was having a very good game. This offense was having a very good game until it didn't. And so, like, what do I have to do that? Now, mind you, I'm going to get to the defense because holy crap, they're bad. I mean, wow. They are so uninspiring, and every drive just seems to last, just every drive is just a slow bleed to giving up points. It's really, really pathetic. But I don't know what to do with this, where it's just like these delay of game penalties, um the operational penalties with motion. Still, we got illegal motions and false starts. And dude, this is year 4 of the head coach, and we're still doing this? You two can't be on this. You guys are best of friends. The two of you were making Hallmark commercials together, basically. Mike McDaniel, too. I love you. No, I love you. No, I love you. You're the best. No, you're the best. No, you're the best, too. No, Mike, you're the best. And now that things are starting to self-implode, there's a lot of finger pointing going on with those two. Two is pointing at the coaches are pointing at the players. It don't look good, man. It stinks. It stinks, and I don't like it, and the fans shouldn't like it. And on a day where this fan base was on edge, dude. I mean, first of all, I mean, Tua, you got to be bleeping kidding me. You got to be bleeping kidding me with starting the game. He starts the game basically getting picked off, and it was thankfully wiped away with an offsetting penalty. But as soon as the Dolphins had to give it away, oh, people were waiting to boo so heavily. I mean, it barely felt like a fan base that was rooting for their team today. There were some moments where they started to come back, and you're like, all right, well, let's take me along for this ride. If you want to take me along for this comeback ride, let's do it. The Dolphins got a weird ass break that Andy Borregales, former Miami Hurricane, couldn't hit any kicks. He was botching extra points, and what did you know? He'd come back and he drills a 50-plus yarder because, of course. But the Dolphins are kind of like, okay, a window opens for them early in this game. But yeah, man, you were sitting here and you're just like watching this thing unfold, and you're just like, I really don't like the way this is going. That defense today, wow. How many just little screens and checkdowns did Drake May have to throw today? That just got taken for 15, 16, 20 plus yards to get his team a big time conversion. It was very, very frustrating. Ramondre Stevenson was just an absolute rhinoceros today. Just could not be brought down by the Miami Dolphins. It was whew, it was something today, man. This team from top to bottom just had epic. They all had moments, and then they just all had epic failures. Like that's the team. That's the team right now. It's not just that. Yeah, we could sit here and you could be like, oh well, this is good. That's the thing, though, dude. Is when you need it the most, and you need everybody to be complimentary for one another. Somebody makes a big play, the next phase of the game is going to blow it. And they're just that bad. I don't know. I don't know where this goes from here. I don't know. I mean, I think we all know where it goes from here inevitably. Mike McDaniel's sitting here after the game, and he's like, there's some 2-0 team that's not going to make the playoffs. I'm just like, please stop talking, dude. Please just stop. Please, Mike McDaniel, just shut the fuck up for once, dude. Please. And it's tough. It doesn't feel like, you know what it is? It's like with everybody's so worried about Tyreek Hill, and I understand why. And Tyreek had a strong game today. He finally had a play of 30 plus yards, which was like, I mean, it was the most uninspiring bomb of all time. I mean, Tua throws this thing up there, and it almost like hovered up there. Like, you're just looking at it. It's like it's hovering like a drone. You're like, is that thing coming down? And Tyreek made a hell of a play on it. And he had a great game today. 6 catches, 109 yards. Probably had the opportunity for the game-winning touchdown at the end, and Tua completely gagged on a throw. I mean, he did. There's just there's no there's no other way to put it. Like, it was a 1st and 15. Tyreek's willy-nilly, and once again, Tua sails it on him. And he's done this now 2 weeks in a row, and he got lucky that the safety fell down because this one probably could have gotten picked off too. It just lasted a couple more. And yeah, for all the people who want to be like, hey, dude, they had a backup offensive line. Granted, Tua got sacked a lot today. He had 5 sacks. A couple of them were, I think, coverage sacks. But that right side line did implode. And once again, who am I going to go to that organizationally? Let's survey says Chris Grier. Oh, wow. Chris Grier constructed a piece of offensive line. What a shocker. Like, just what a shocker. And then, of course, at the end, it's like, how do we do this, dude? What are we going to do? What are we going to do here, Tua? Nobody's open. Not even going to take a chance. Nope. Just scamper out of bounds. That's cool. And then to watch the team just erode on that. Okay, so like the defense, which was terrible all game, they finally, they are able to give the team a chance. They hold Borregales. They were going to go for it on 4th and 2. Then there was a false start because the Patriots are no great shakes. Like, this is the thing. This is not a great team that they were going up against. Okay, this is a young first-year coach team. Yes, Vrabel's a veteran, but he's got a young quarterback. He's got a some young linemen, and then some guys all brought in together. It's basically a new team being all put together. And yeah, I would expect there to be some penalties there. You have an advantage there. You can, like, hey, if we play more discipline. And you didn't. I mean, they had 12 penalties, you had 10. They 75 yards, you were 65 yards. Like, it was basically a push. And at the most critical time, yes, theirs maybe cost them to run out the clock. It didn't. You're given another place. And then the Dolphins get the break of all breaks to start this drive. They get an illegal kick, so they get to start at the 40. And you're just like, all right, cool. This is a golden opportunity. Dude, Tua, you make $50+ million. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, you guys can make this all happen. Let's go, dude. This is not like an elite defense that you're going up against. Let's make this happen. And whistle, false starts, delay of games. Operationally, just sucks. It sucks. And I just think everybody's so exhausted from the complex bullshit that we get week in and week out. Well, the communication is there. Oh, well, the communication's not there. I got to have a conversation with the coach, and I got to have a conversation with the other coaches, and we got to get on the same page. But Tua, I got it in time. Was it a wrist call? Was it the mic shuts off? I got to talk to Bev. It's just like, oh, can't you just be normal? Why do the Dolphins always have to do it in the most excruciating way? Lose normally. I'll take that. Lose 14-7. Just let blip, blip, blip. They just always find the most fantastic way to go and lose. Are you kidding me? Kickoff return touchdown after your first punt return touchdown in 5 years? That's how you're going to lose? You're going to lose that game. Finally giving your fans are flying banners, calling for the jobs of the general manager and the coach, waiting to boo against their team because they're so sick of this shit. And what you decide to respond with is operational malpractice. The lot of you, all of you got extended, but specifically the coach and the quarterback and the general manager who built that bullshit line. Just a horse's ass of a franchise, the Miami Dolphins. You didn't lose to some great team today. You've lost to the Colts and the Patriots. Will we see either of those teams in the playoffs? I don't know. I didn't feel like the Dolphins these past couple of weeks. You gave yourself no chance last week. congratulations. You showed some gumption. You got up off the mat, and you were able to actually put together some kind of fight. But then it's like, you get into the fight, you might as well not have gotten in the fight. You might as well have thrown the towel in the first quarter. Why do you drag it along like that? And you sit in here and you basically have you basically have the Undertaker looming on Thursday. They went out there and cracked the Jets just because that's what they do. And it basically feels like you're looming. Like Josh Allen is waiting here with a guillotine, waiting to slice off your porpoise head. Just waiting to he's ready to make waiting to make dolphin fillets all over the place and serve it at a seafood restaurant. But you just can't do it normally. It's infuriating to everybody. You send it to everybody, we all got problems now. We don't talk to our families the same. We don't communicate with our friends the same. Because you just got us all on edge with these ridiculous ways to lose. Operational failures. You guys have been in the offense. You've been the quarterback of this team now for 6 years. You've had this coach as your coach for 4 years, and we still got operational issues? Are you kidding me? And you guys are sitting here, the two of you, McDaniel and Tua, your two best friends, sitting here playing the blame game afterwards. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing yourselves. Fat cat behavior at its finest, or worst, however you want to put it. But, and it's been just a slow death these last couple of games. This defense, Sealer, dude, Zach Sealer, I love you. Have you sniffed the quarterback? Have you sniffed him? Has there been a big play anywhere? Sealer it on up, man. What the hell? Everybody who gets extended, they stink. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, I love this dude, but what are we doing? Only guy out here who's making and flying around making plays is Willie Gay. It took him like 3. What did it take him? It took him 2 games or a game and 3 quarters to finally get in the game. He's the only guy going and making explosive plays and making stops behind them. I'm like, why is this guy playing? What are we doing? He's out here. He's flying around like a Tasmanian devil. They're like, we should really wait to play that guy. You should? I am disappointed. What kind of a game is this to lose, dude? What is this? And just, even like the Dolphins coming out of this thing, they come into this game and yeah, it's just like even after the touchdowns, like you come out of the half, you have that, very uninspiring bomb to Cheetah. Waddle and him were like so celebratory, but it was almost like ironic, like they were like mocking, the fact that they got that play. Tough, man. Really, 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 really tough. Not fun. And yeah, like, look, everybody put up their numbers today. Go there. Tua, 26 to 32, 315. Tobin, you're being a complete jack. Dude, hey, that's not the standard. The standard is not numbers. It's not numbers anymore. How many times has it been numbers? Get the win. Then celebrate the numbers with the win. That's what you need to do. You're almost there. Can we get both? Is it much to ask? Can we get both? If you would have gotten both, you would have said, hey, this is a weird game. All you need to do is just finish the job. Couldn't do it. So what am I supposed to do? Yeah, everybody had numbers. Tyreek Hill, 100 yards. Devon Achane, 122 yards. Jalen Waddle, 70 yards. Tua spread the ball around well. Nick Westbrook-Akine, a couple of big catches by him. but and it's just depressing, man. It is. It's beyond depressing. And it's not about having the competitive game. It's nice. But first of all, the idea that the defense was so pathetic that you basically got drug into quicksand to start the game with one drive yet again. And the Dolphins being in that game, I mean, kudos to them, yes. But this is not about sticking around. You're not sticking. Like, if they did this with Buffalo, maybe I'd feel different. It's like, oh, yay, they stayed close. It's the Patriots, dude. Tua, you've never lost to them. I'm supposed to. It was Vrabel, though. You do lose to Vrabel all the time. Larry Borum sitting out there. Big whiffer. This is what we came up with. Got a right tackle who can't stay healthy. Got a backup right tackle who can't stay in front of anybody. Signed a right guard with a torn Achilles. Breaks in 3 plays. Have some guy making his first career start today. Awesome. Great job, Chris Grier. Great job. Hey, Stephen Ross, how many more times are you going to watch this, dude? You sit there with your stupid glasses. How many times are you going to watch this? How many more? How many more you want to watch? Now everybody's infighting. They're quibbling with one another. This is over. Okay? This is over. These guys, this whole regime was built on, and I know this wasn't the original plan. The original plan is you wanted Sean Payton and Tom Brady. Okay. You then said, okay, well, we got to fix Tua. You know what? You did a marvelous job at fixing Tua. You did. But now we've gotten to the point where these guys have now faced adversity and all the doubts that McDaniel has faced his career and all the doubts that Tua has faced in his career. Can those guys be in the foxhole with one another? No, they're quibbling afterwards about whose fault it is. It's not even Tyreek drama anymore. Tyreek drama, you expect. The coach and the quarterback quibbling over whose fault it is. Dicey. Not great. Not great. I guess you'll just wait till the next home game. There'll be more airplanes. Whee! Oh well, until the next one.